Hey guys, welcome back. It's been a minute. It's been a busy work week for me. I guess the cat's out of the bag. This is my room. I don't think there's anything I don't want anybody to see. Today's video, it's going to be about cleaning your room. It is going to be a little Jordan Peterson-y in terms of what the message is, but hey, if the shoe fits, right? I want to talk about cleaning your room as more of an abstract, not necessarily verbatim clean your room, although that's exactly what I'm doing right now, cleaning my room. The importance and significance there with cleaning your room, how it serves as an analogy or a metaphor to everything else in life. So a lot of people get all of these like chores done in their life when they're younger. They kind of get used to making beds or whatever the case is. And I've noticed that at some point people just kind of decide they're over it or they're above it or something, right? Like, yeah, of course I can clean my room. I know how to clean my room, no problem. But then I don't, right? And then I find that those same people, including myself, will often be the types of people that have all sorts of ideas about the way the world ought to work. They know what they would do in finance, even though they have less than $1,000 in their bank account. They know how schooling should be done. They know that it should be free, despite never having any skin in the game, despite never making a sacrifice, despite not having any life experience. I think you're kind of getting the idea of what I'm getting at here. And really, it's kind of a certain level of just ridiculous arrogance. This idea that you, little old you, who can't even be bothered to clean your room, to make your bed daily, every day, every day, you think you can go out into the world and prescribe to it how it ought to be in your image. If the world was in your image, we would be in chaos. The proof is your own room, and not just your room, right? Yes, your room, but it's an extension of yourself. And this also ties into appearance and presenting yourself. I used to firmly believe when I was younger that appearances are nothing, right? Appearances are nothing. And you know what? They're not everything. They're not. But this idea that it's not it's not, what you look like, it's what's in your heart. That's some bullshit. And let me explain. The reason that's some bull crap is because if you want people to take you seriously, you need to present yourself in something of a serious manner. Maybe not serious, but what's a better word for it? You're constantly advertising your brain to people, whether you know it or not. People like me are watching, and I'm not alone. I'm just vocal about it. I don't know. I'm not unique, but I articulate what I'm seeing in people, and other people just kind of notice it. It goes in the back of their mind. Maybe they don't even have it at the forefront of their mind. They don't need to have like sentences in their head of like, here's an example. We'll just spitball. Let's say person can't even shave their face, they can't keep their body odor under control. They're constantly behind on rent. They have a hard time following through with commitments. They say what they're going to do, and then they just do something completely different. And they don't realize that kind of stuff is like really obvious to people like me. When you take a look at someone that doesn't have their shit together, it's so obvious that you don't have your crap together. And if you ever wonder why people don't take you seriously, it's probably why, man. Take a look at how you're presenting yourself. And I don't mean walk around in a damn business suit all the time. What I mean is like those that have like settling. There you go. Settling. It's just disgusting, dude. Don't settle unless you're truly settled. And I've tried to, be arrived and just accept myself the way I am. Now I do love myself. I do have a lot of confidence and self-esteem, but it didn't come from just telling myself to do that. I think our society has gone really off the rails with what would it be? It's body positivity, all this kind of stuff. You shouldn't hate yourself ever. You shouldn't hate yourself unless like you're really like if you're really bad, maybe like, I don't know, maybe then, I don't know. But the idea that you're going to have like true, genuine confidence about yourself or really kind of have any sense of authority in this world, and you don't have your crap together, you're going to find that there's some incongruencies there inside of yourself, And then even if you're so delusional that you can't even identify that you are a complete BS artist and you don't even know it. I'm speaking from experience, okay? I BS'd myself through all sorts of crap. I talked the talk and I didn't walk the walk because I thought that if you had a good enough talk, you could fool people. And that's true to some extent. You can kind of fool people. But once you start climbing the dominance hierarchy or anything that you're kind of trying to work in, what happens is as you move up that, you're going to get into a realm of higher and higher quality of human beings, and they're going to see through your shit. Like, for real. Your talk will only get you so far. You need to be able to back it up. And having the fear of failure is good. It's okay. Be afraid of failure. Fail anyway. Put yourself out there, play the game, because people respect when you have skin in the game. This is what I found. Like this week, I didn't handle myself as well as I could have, and I am aware of that. But I was extremely authentic in everything that I did. I was true to my values. I stayed to the moral high ground with my beliefs, but I still brought on a lot more heartache to myself than I needed to. That being said, I don't regret it because I've been actively engaged in my life. I'm trying to create order out of chaos, and sometimes that brings more chaos into your own life. So I don't want to be too wordy on this one, but I want to definitely drive home the idea of like how you do anything is how you do everything, and how you present yourself to the world. It does matter, dude. If I need to convince you of why it's not superficial and why maybe even sometimes superficial matters, how could I say it? It's just when you present yourself to another higher quality person who has put their life in order, meaning like I can basically look at someone and I can pretty much tell you what their house looks like for the most part. I feel very confident in that statement, especially if you look at their vehicle. A lot of times, because how you do anything is how you do everything. If your vehicle is a mess, that is a symptom of you having a messy mind. And it doesn't mean you're bad, but you'll notice that if you allow chaos at the smallest level into your life, such as your bed, not keeping your cupboard stocked with food, not staying on top of your bills ahead of time, not sacrificing today to have a better tomorrow, you'll find it's really hard to have this level of confidence that I'm talking about. And it does take practice. Confidence, maybe for some people are just born with it. I don't know. I don't care. I know there's a lot of people out there that are like me though, who you can try and buy into all the hype and of just love yourself, love yourself, love yourself, love yourself. Yeah, that's true, but like that doesn't say how to love yourself. Like you can't, if you're not an esteemable person, if you're not a person of quality, if you're a person that has like empty Dorito bags sitting around your house, you drink energy drinks all day and you don't take the cans out. Like, I'm not trying to judge you guys on like what you put in your body. I'm just saying like all that little bullshit in your life is like a direct correlation to the BS that's inside of your head. Clean your house, clean your head, present yourself the way that you want to be seen. It's not necessarily the same thing as like dress for the job you want, not the job you have. But it is a way to show that you're contending with reality on its terms. When I present myself to another higher quality individual who is well dressed, speaks eloquently, takes pride in their vocabulary, that's something else too. I don't know what happened with a lot of people with just like not having value in language and vocabulary. Like, it is really important to be able to have multiple ways of saying the same thing, and especially if you can condense it, you can use words to shorten a paragraph down into a sentence. I could use some of my own advice, and I want to be very clear about that. I am not arrived. Once again, I'm giving you guys advice on things that I've learned the hard way or things that I've just learned recently, so on and so forth. But it has become very evident to me that people do take your presentation, your appearance into account. So if I am going to, let's say, Walmart at 2:30 in the afternoon and I'm wearing Hello Kitty fleece pajamas with open toe sandals with no socks, Is that person bad? No, I don't know. I'm not saying that they're bad. I'm telling you right now, I do not take them seriously. And you don't either. And if any of you guys want to be all sensitive and be like, oh, don't judge, miss me with that bullshit. Don't act like you don't know what I'm talking about. You know damn well that if you're running around at Walmart with like I just said, what I just said, if you're doing that, no one's going to take you seriously, dude. And like being taken seriously is part of like chiseling away the chaos. Like that is it. You're presenting yourself to the world in a way to say, I'm not only here, but I'm aware. My eyes are open. I am sharp, and I'm here to carry a burden. It tells people that you're serious about this world, and they will definitely be more inclined to take you seriously if you come put together. And it's not to be confused with fake it till you make it. Make it. You can't think your way into a new way of acting. You have to act your way into a new way of thinking. I think I'm going to leave it at that. This week has been brutal. This video is not as high of quality as I would like. It might not even get published. I had to get something out for you guys, but I have been very career focused this week. Well, I'm career focused period right now. And I would advise if you're in your 30s to probably 50s, be very career focused. Not at all costs, not like that, but this is exactly when you're supposed to be striking the anvil. This is what you were made for. You were not made to lay in bed and feel soft and nice. I don't know how we all got it in our heads that the number one priority of life is to be happy. Happiness is something that does come with the journey, but it is not your job to be happy. That is not. In fact, it seems like that the overt seeking of happiness is making people miserable. I see it in people I care about all the time. Stop seeking happiness. Start seeking value. Start presenting things to people. Start bringing solutions to problems that maybe they didn't even know they had. And that can actually get you very financially well off too. If you ever want to know really how to make some money, one of the best ways to make money for yourself is to bring a solution to a market problem that somebody else hasn't done yet, or that you have a different spin on. And that can be used not just in the business world, that can be used in all of your relationships. I'm the type of person that subscribes to rigorous honesty, as I've mentioned, and that also is like working out. All of these things that I talk about, almost none of them come naturally for me. I have to actually practice them. It's much like lifting weights. And if I don't put my reps in, I do get a little bit soft and the world just starts wrecking me. And I'm like, what's going on? Why is it all hard? It's strange that it's almost inverse. Like the harder you, how do I word it? The more serious you take life, the easier it gets in some ways. It's almost like the universe rewards you for showing up. And I mean really showing up, not in Hello Kitty pajamas. Showing up in a manner to get things done. Like you need to appear competent, and you need to be competent. You will find that it helps keep that little mechanism that we've been talking about, this falling upwards thing. It's not easy. You don't get to hit autopilot, man. Fuck around and find out. Try it. Go ahead and just try and hit autopilot after a couple of my videos. It's not going to happen. I'm not joking when I say that I make these videos largely in part for myself. I desperately want to be able to help out others. I want to lift everybody up. Everybody. A rising tide lifts all ships, something like that. Because I know that I need to be a high quality individual, but it's going to be a lot easier to be a high quality individual if the people around me are high quality. And if I can help foster growth in other people, that's what I'm here to do. And dressing sharp, staying sharp in your mind, keeping your eyes open, know when to zig and zag. And I don't have it right. I've stepped on a couple rakes this week. I stepped on a couple rakes. I'll share one moment I learned. I realized it definitely is best, even if you have the moral high ground on a certain issue. If you don't understand how much skin in the game you have or how much you have to lose, you might confuse your wants or your needs on that one right there. So there's a buddy of mine that was being harassed by an individual, And I took it upon myself to defend this individual. I felt like, oh, not on my watch. Don't you know who I think I am? Don't you know who I think I am? I'm Justin effing Combs, dude. And I had this like Spartacus moment where I just dumped my will on somebody else. And it didn't necessarily blow up in my face, but in hindsight, it was so embarrassing. Like, it's so pompous to think that I'm some savior, that I need to be getting involved in everything. And I think that subject there might actually tie into the next video that we're going to be doing, which is about don't reveal your cards. Don't reveal your hand to people, or at least be very, very selective. Stay in your lane. Stay in your freaking lane, and stay available though. Like, at the same time, it's kind of tough. It's kind of a tough balance there. What I mean is, like, know your place. Don't step outside of it. Preserve your role in this dominance hierarchy. Own your role in the dominance hierarchy, and you'll find that people will give you a wide berth, and you'll just kind of skyrocket up that. And distracting yourself with, oops, I probably messed up my little microphone. Distracting yourself with trying to be heroic for other people can really bite you in the ass. So yeah, definitely want to stay in your lane. I'm going to edit that out. You guys take care.